Have you had thoughts of starting your own business or perhaps ready to launch your own business? Just wait a minute. In this video, I'm going to share with you key elements you need to do before you launch your business to the public. Follow me in this video. Let's get started. Let's go. Hi there, I'm Edwin Dela. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I teach and speak on business, branding, productivity, and growth mindset. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Let's grow together. Cheers. As the saying goes, if it was easy, everyone would have been doing it. Let's get started with point number one. The first thing I want to talk about is to have passion for whatever business you want to venture into, being it a product-based or a service-based activity you want to take into. I would urge you to have passion and understand whatever you want to get yourself involved in, because having passion will drive you and propel you to move that business to whichever state or whichever highest degree you want to take it to. In the same light also, this same passion you're having for this business is going to help you in your down times, in your up times, in times where business is running very low, in times where customers are disappointing you, in times where things are not just moving. Your passion for that particular business is going to keep the business alive. It's going to keep that fire burning in the business, where it's going to propel the business to the next stage. So have passion for whatever activity you want to get yourself into or whatever service you want to get yourself into. Aside that also, you have to develop a growth mindset, a progressive mindset, where no matter the circumstances you face in the business, no matter the times, no matter the trials, no matter the instances that you get yourself into or the business gets into, you're not going to lose passion for the business they are venturing into. Yes, there will be stumbling blocks. Yes, there will be downtimes. Yes, there will be breaking points on your journey to starting or running your own business. But it doesn't mean that when those times come, you should give up on yourself or give up on the business you are trying to run. So have passion and a growth mindset attached to it, and it will propel your business to whichever state you want to take it to. Let's go to the next one. The next thing I want to talk about is to research the idea properly. In my journey of being a consultant and then being a brand strategist, I've come across instances of clients where they want to venture into a business, but they've not researched the idea properly. The fact that you know how to do something doesn't mean you'll be able to run a successful business. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to run a business to be able to make it in life. You can still work under someone and be very successful. So I came across this one client on my journey of consultancy, and he wanted to start his own business actually, and I was happy for him. But the only problem was he had the idea of what he wanted to do, but didn't know how actually the whole business works. So he wanted to go into a restaurant business or a fast food business. He had a concept. He had an excellent idea to provide quality food at affordable prices, because he felt people were not really doing that, but rather charging extremely high prices for low quality foods. So he consulted me and I told him that's a great idea. He should go in for it. But the only problem is that he has not run anything on his own before. He doesn't know anything around it. And the kind of industry he's going into, you don't just jump into. You need to have a fair idea about what you are going to get yourself into. So I challenged him that before he jumps into starting his own business, he should just give himself just a month. He should find employment in any other restaurant or fast food joint, see how they operate over there, see how things are done, so that he can pick up steps and not run into mistakes when he starts his own. That will be costly to him as well. So he got himself an employment under one of the fast food ventures in the country, and just after working for about 2 to 3 weeks, he just lost passion for the whole thing, because he realized there's a lot more to it than just running a business. And all this while that he had an investor behind him who was ready to invest in him because he believed in what he wanted to do. But he hadn't researched the idea properly. He just had the idea in mind. So researching the idea exposes you to the loopholes in between. It exposes you to the downtimes that will come into that business. It also exposes you to correcting your mistakes correcting the mistakes that others are doing, so you don't repeat them. So just after working there for about 2 to 3 weeks, he quit the job and then came back to me and told me he really appreciates the process I made him go through, because he has seen a lot of loopholes. He has seen a lot of mistakes that they are making over there. He'll take his time rather to build the plan properly before he launches his business. And just after a few months of taking his time to go through everything properly, taking all the boxes before starting the business. He was able to finally launch it, and he's doing extremely well. And I'm so proud of him, actually. I'm so proud of him. He's doing good. So before you get started with your own business, make sure you do the due diligence of understanding the industry you are going to, understand how things work over there, see the loopholes in there. If possible, find a vacancy or an employment in any of the companies that are doing something similar. Go and learn. Use it as a learning field to come back and apply those tricks and ideas that you'll be picking up from there, the loopholes and the mistakes going on in there. You use that as your selling point of your business, so your business becomes more unique and not just like every other business doing the same thing in the system. Let's go to the next one. The next thing I want to talk about is your business plan. For this one, it's not really a must for your business, or it's not really a must to prepare your business, but it's a needful resource that if you have on standby or if you have it in hand, it really helps you. Basically, your business plan doesn't have to be a 100-page business plan. It could be a simple 5 to 10-page business plan, or sometimes just a 2 to 3-page business plan. Basically, what the business plan is going to be doing for the business is to guide you on how to take actionable steps, when to invest in the business, when to expand the business, the various marketing activities that you'll be applying to the business, the finances of the business and all that, the budgeting and all that comes into your business plan. So having a business plan basically guides the business as to how it should go and not divert or go wayward in between launching or running the business. So having a business plan is key to running a successful business, but it's not mandatory because it doesn't apply to certain services, and you can actually do away with it. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend that you get something on paper that you can easily go back to and say, okay, these are what I have to do, or this is how I want to run the business. Am I going by it? Am I diverting? Am I diversifying? Am I expanding? Your books, the business plan will guide you to how to run it into a success. I'll be sharing a free sample for you to download in the description box. So do check in the description box and click on the first link you'll be seeing over there. Download it and then use it as a guide to create your own business plan and use for your business as well. The next thing I want us to talk about is to build a reputation for yourself. People use the internet or the power of social media and other platforms to find information, to find problems to their solutions. So you building a reputation for yourself as an industry leader, not necessarily a huge following, but just building that small following for yourself where people know what exactly you do, people know you are knowledgeable in whatever you do, and they find relevant information or useful information from you. In that light, once you start doing that, it's easy for them to trust you or to do business with you. Imagine you're going to do business with someone who doesn't understand what they do or doesn't have any fair idea about the industry that they're in, but yet they claim they're running a business. It will be difficult for you to work with such a person. But if you find out or you find a profile online that the person usually or constantly shares content on useful information that helps you in your business, and that person turns out to be a business owner or that person turns out to be running a business, it's easy for you to trust that person and do business with that person. So it's always advisable that as a business owner or as an upcoming entrepreneur, you be able to build a reputation for yourself, understand the industry you're in, understand the business sector that you find yourself in, and share relevant information based on what you are doing or based on the service you are offering. In that light, it tells people that you are trustable and you have knowledge and you can find solutions to their problems. So establish a good reputation for yourself in the industry you find yourself in. The next thing I want to talk to you about is consistency. Be consistent in the line of field you want to venture into. Have perseverance, have determination, have the growth mindset. Building a business is not that easy. I can't fuss more about this. It drains you a lot. It takes a lot from you. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of giving up. It takes a lot of finances as well. It takes a lot of time and sleepless nights. So if you want to venture into any business, be ready to make these sacrifices to help you build that business into success. We didn't build Room, or Room wasn't built in a day. It took time for Room to be built wherever it is. Any other business you see wasn't built within a day. It took time for them to be where they are today. All the big brands, they didn't launch and then grew into success immediately. It took time for them to grow. Or in the light of starting your own business, make sure you have that patience to see the business to success. Yes, there will be times where you feel like things are not going on. Those little baby steps count more than taking huge leapfrog steps at a go. It will be better for you to build consistently, put in the little efforts day in, day out. Don't look for huge successes at a go. Yes, huge successes will come along the way, but make sure you look for those baby steps because they propel you faster than the huge one. If you sit down waiting for a big contract before you feel your business is progressing, I'm sorry to disappoint. It will take a very long time for you to see that. The happiness you feel from those little successes or those little contracts you'll be feeling is more fulfilling than sitting down idle and waiting for a huge contract before you see that your business is progressing. So I advise that have patience, have the right mindset, and take your time in building whatever you want to build. It won't take one night to grow into success, but definitely those little efforts you're putting will definitely grow into something huge. Next on our list is to be creative and focus on your clients, not yourself. I've come across businesses where after a few contracts, they feel they're on top of the world or on top of the business, and they don't even end up listening to their clients anymore. They end up doing what they feel is important to the client rather than listening to the client to know what the client needs and work according to that. So please, in your line of doing business, make sure you listen to the clients. They are the ones paying you. They are the ones making your business a success. They are the ones making your dream come true. So make sure you focus on them. Listen to them. Yes, you started with a business idea. You started with a business plan. But as time goes on, as you interact with more clients, you realize the idea you had in mind is still visible, yes, but you need to fine-tune certain parts of it or certain details about it to create more clarity for your clients. So make sure you listen to them. Make sure you pay attention to the things they are not saying, but they are saying at the same time, and use that to propel growth in the business you are running. Now, for this next point, some of you might disagree with me, some of you might be skeptical about it, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Don't quit your job to run your business without any backing. Let me expand it further. You have to sell your business before you quit your job, or you have to sell the idea you have in mind before you quit your job to start doing it full time. Reason being that before you start your own business, you need to get ground zero clients. Ground zero clients are basically clients or people or friends that you have around you that have tested your business out to tell you whether it's going to work or not. They don't necessarily have to be your closest friends. They can be distant friends that you send your product out to them or you display your service to them. Let them try it out and give you feedback on it. Reason being that in this state, when you're now launching the business, you don't know how the market is going to respond to the kind of business you are bringing or the product you are bringing to the market. But your friends around you can be your basic test subjects in a way that can help you understand the business you are getting yourself into or see how your product is going to react when the market comes to it or when it goes into the market. Let's say you are going to put out a particular skincare product for a particular group of people. You can easily create that product. Select a few friends of yours that maybe fall into the criteria of the product you are making or the skincare product you are making. Show it to them. Let them try it on and see. Let them give you their honest feedbacks and then use that to build the final stage of your business. Because launching that product into the market without investigating or testing out the product in the market might end up coming back to hurt you, which wouldn't be good for your mental health and for the business as well. So make sure you try out the product with your friends or with your family or some closest people around you who would give their honest feedbacks. A typical example is that let's say you want to go into selling sneakers or shoes and you're in the office working. You already have a clientele base in the office. Your friends are there, your bosses are there. Even some of the people that come by the office day in, day out are also there. If you want to sell shoes, you can start from there. Let's say have 1, 2, or 3 samples around, show it to them, give them the price range and see how they respond to it. All this guides you in creating the final product base or the final business plan for your business and helping you launch successfully into whichever market you're going to. So if you are selling shoes in the office, definitely, whether it's corporate wear or casual wear, definitely all your friends in the office are going to be wearing shoes or they wear shoes on a daily basis. So if it's a corporate shoe you're selling or it's for casual activities, you can test it out to them, give them a good price, see where you're going to even get your purchasing from, where you're going to place orders from, how long it will take to get to you, how you're going to package it and distributing it or giving it to them. All this process gives you a learning curve where you pick up little details that you wouldn't be able to get when you start running your business. So make sure you sell it before you build it out or sell it out to people. The next thing I want to talk about is you have to be willing to make sacrifices, giving up certain activities, giving up certain luxuries, giving up certain lifestyles that you live for the time being in order for you to build the business you want to get yourself involved in. because building a business takes a lot. It takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of sacrifices. Especially you have to be willing to forgo certain parties, forgo certain activities that you do. You have to be willing to forgo certain dresses that you buy, certain shoes, certain luxury things that you don't necessarily need at the point in time when you want to run your business. Rather, all that money that will be coming in, invest that money into the business. Rather, when you want to go for parties, yes, I'm not restricting you from not going for parties, but you could still go for parties, but know how to go for parties and dedicate more time to the business you are building. Because if you build it into success, you can actually go for any party in the world. Once you have a successful business running and it's generating consistent income from you, you can actually go for any party. But if you've not built to that stage and you start going for parties, what you would end up doing is that the money that you're making from the business, you end up spending them. They end up at the bottom again, starting from zero, which is not really good for business growth. So make sure you dedicate time to the business and make certain sacrifices for the time being. Once the business takes off properly, you can start going for your parties and all that. In relation to the previous point I just made, the next thing I want to talk about is to manage debt or stay out of it at all. Finances of businesses can determine whether the business will grow or not. It can break the business, it can make the business as well. So if you don't know how to manage debt, don't go into debt at all. Don't go for a loan when you don't know how to manage loans. If you don't know how to run a business actually, or you've not had any experience in it, I wouldn't advise that you jump into going for a loan for the business they are going into. Unless maybe you have a group of friends that can help you with finances, managing that finances very well, and make sure it brings you profit more than loss. And actually, when you're starting a business, I would personally not recommend you going for a loan. What I would rather recommend is to save to start that business you want to get yourself into. Unless it's a huge project where you need investors on board. But if it's a small business you are starting, I would advise that you save money or maybe outsource money from your friends. Actually, that also works. Get friends to give you soft loans that will help your business grow or help the business get started. But I wouldn't advise you going for a huge loan to run the business, because actually you've not tested on that business idea. You don't know what the market is going to respond to. You don't know how it's going to go. And this business journey is unpredictable. You can have an excellent idea and still fail. So I advise that manage debt or stay out of it at all. That way it helps you run into a safe space when the business doesn't go according to plans. Now that you've done all these basic things, the next step for you is to start building the brand actually, where you would have your brand identity, which comprises of your logos, your colors, the look and feel of your company. Then you move into the brand positioning, how you're going to position the product on the market, how you're going to win customers over and all that. And a whole lot that comes under branding. If I want to cover all in this video, it's going to be a really long video. So I'll be creating a new video, which is going to be called the branding series, where I'll break down every part of branding, all the activities that you need to do in branding when you're considering the whole branding process. And I'll be sharing some relevant information and key secrets over it. Make sure you check that out when it's out. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. So once I post the new videos, you'll be the first person to know about it. Next on our list is to promote the business. Now that you've laid all the foundations, you've done all the basic groundworks and built the brand identity and all that, the next thing to do is to promote the business. Now, remember when we mentioned that you need to find ground zero customers. So already, before you even start promoting, you have 3, 4, 5, or even 10 or 20 customers that are ready to promote the business for you, because they've already featured in the product testing and actually also seen how the product works. So these ground zero customers become your first level of customers that you'll be interacting or dealing with. And they can also be the first level of customers that will be doing the word of mouth advertising for you for free. Once your product is actually resonating with them or the product works for them, it's easy for them also start being the first point of contact to start marketing your business for you. Also, there are other free avenues that you can use. There's the power of social media. You can use all the various platforms. Don't select some and say, I don't like this, I like that, because you don't know where your client will be coming from. So make sure you try out on all the platforms, and as time goes on, you fine tune and see, okay, this platform works for me more than that, so I'll focus more my energy here than there. Also try out paid adverts. Yes, social media works, but paid adverts helps your business reach more people who are outside your network or people who are difficult for you to reach. Also, use your network, the people around you, offer them discounts in terms of maybe lowering the prices for them or giving them a special bonus once they buy from you. And their activity to do once you offer them that discount is to also tell someone about the business. So more like a referral program that you create for your network of friends, or your network, just basically people around you would be able to advertise a business for you. And this is also a bonus tip just for you, is that don't forget to have fun. Yes, this is a very tedious journey you're about to start. It's a very daunting task you're going to put on yourself, but it doesn't mean you should break yourself or have a mental breakdown or emotional or financial breakdown just by starting this business or starting that idea you want to grow with. So don't forget to have fun. Take time in between, celebrate your victories, especially the small. Don't celebrate them. Don't wait for the huge ones before you celebrate. Celebrate the little ones that counts. Your first sale, your first 10 sales, your first 20 sales should all be landmarks for you to cross and then be happy about. So you can keep a tab where you're marking your sales. Once you get to the 10th one, buy champagne for yourself, have a good time, celebrate that moment, look forward to the next one, look forward to the next one. In that way, those little victories propels you to keep going. It gives you that motivation that there's a huge one ahead waiting for you. It gives you that motivation that this business you started is working out. Take some vacation some of the days. Don't overdo it though, but make sure you take some vacation to go out and then have time with friends and family, because businesses are meant for people. Businesses are not meant for businesses. Even if it's a B2B you're running, you still need people in that other part of the B to make the business you're running a success. Have time for family, friends. Go out occasionally. Go out for networking events as well. Although you are advertising your business or you are there to advertise your business, make sure you create a new network of people around you, interact with people. There are a lot of things that are going to running a successful business, and if you apply all the steps I've given you, you'll be able to run a successful business and be able to run it into a much more bigger business enterprise if you take care of it properly. Make sure you leave in the comment section the challenges you faced or you are facing currently, switching from working for someone to running your own business. I'll be reading the comment section and sharing my advice on them for you for free. Turn on the bell notification icon so when I share new videos, you'll be the first person to know about it. All right, see you in the next video. Let's go.